Hey guys, welcome back. So before we get started with today's video, I want to apologize. I haven't been as consistent as I'd like to with the raids and with uploads in general. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed the Raikou trio that my friend Ramon, and my other friend Lewis did. So before we go any further, huge shout out to Lewis for aiding me with that trio. You know, he definitely knows me and my challenges, and he definitely assisted me with that, and I really am truly grateful for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed hope you guys enjoyed Raikou Raid Day. I hope you guys had some good luck. You guys follow me on Twitter. You guys already know that I did pretty well with the event. So if you guys want to know what I did, you know, check out Twitter. Or if you guys don't have Twitter, I'll just tell you right here. I did end up getting one shiny Raikou from yesterday's grind, but I did pretty well in terms of Raikou raids in general. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look over here. I actually got myself a shiny Alolan Geodude just this afternoon, so pretty happy about that. So I got that, and I hatched another 100% Meow, Alolan Meow. I wish it was shiny. That would have been insane. But yeah, here we are. These are my Raikous. I caught a couple of other ones, but I transferred all the one ways. But this is actually my one and only shiny. I nicknamed it Dark Tooth because the color scheme on Raikou looks pretty sweet. It kind of looks definitely a little darker compared to a regular one, so you can tell the difference. But that's why I called it Dark Tooth. And this is my one. This is the only shiny I ended up getting, but I'm pretty happy with it because it is boosted, and I'm gonna go ahead and praise it for you guys real quick. Amazes, attack, blown away. So it's actually 15 attack on it, so it's pretty good. I checked the IV, it turned out to be an 84%, which is not bad. I'm definitely gonna most likely max this one out in the future. For Suicune most likely. So that's what I have. And in addition to that, I also got I got another 96% Raikou, and I got a 93% from my first race. So not a bad haul actually. So I'm not complaining. I got a shiny. I got a 15 attack IV shiny, and then I got a 96 and a 93. So for those of you who are curious about that, so we got some shiny checks right here. Let me check these out real quick to see if I get a shiny. Nope, no shiny on the Alolan Rattata. What about Alolan Diglett? To see if I have a shiny. No, I do not. Okay, so just want to do a quick check on those. But anyways, that's not the main point of the video. So if you guys already tell by the title, I got myself an invite for. I have an EX raid invite for July 9th and 3:30. So this is going to be at a Starbucks, in which I actually did a raid at that location, which that raid will be posted in a couple of days. So stay tuned for that. And this is going to be for the new Deoxys speed form. So really am excited for that because this is going to be my first one. And you guys know me, when it comes to these raids, I always love doing these challenges. I always love doing challenges. So hopefully, if all goes well, I expect a Deoxys speed trio pretty soon. So excuse me. I'm gonna try to get that done with either with Kev or with Gia, because I believe Gia and Rob both got the EX invite as well to the same Starbucks. So that's pretty awesome. So looking forward to seeing them there. So yeah, I believe this is the Starbucks that's going to be close by my area by 161 and Morris, I believe. So that's gonna be pretty exciting. So I haven't really been doing too many EX raids like that in a while because Deoxys defense form was around, and I didn't really want to, do as much EX raids for that one because I already got mine for PvP, which you guys have seen before in the past. That was pretty much the only reason why I did that one. But other than that, I'm pretty happy. So we're gonna go ahead now and go on GoHub, and we're gonna take a look at Deoxys speed form, and then we're gonna look at a raid guide because for those of you who have the EX raid for Deoxys speed form tomorrow, this will be your guide to hopefully take it down. Hope you guys do well against it. So, and then mine will be next week. So mine's gonna be on a Tuesday, so July 9th. I believe that's going to be on a Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Actually, no. Wait. Let me double check. Yes. Next Tuesday, July 9th, which is actually good for me because I'm actually going to be on vacation at that time. So that's perfect. So, oh, no, that's another thing, guys. I'm going to be on vacation beginning Sunday, July 7th until July 21st. And so I'm going to be off of work for 2 weeks. So I'm going to have a lot more time to do some more stuff. And also, be on the lookout somewhere this week. I'm going to be trying out a new app for live streaming, so I'm gonna try to see if it works. If it works, I'm gonna try to live stream Pokemon Go more often for you guys around my area. So if that works out, we may start bringing back those streams again. That'll be pretty awesome. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop on GoHub and let's talk about Deoxys Speed Form. So I will see you guys there. Deoxys Speed Form. This is the last of its forms that we have yet to take down. We have done all three other forms. We've done normal form, which I haven't got a chance to showcase that on the channel, but if I ever get a chance to do that, it'll be here. We did attack form, which that was when I actually returned to this channel. Defense form, we just finished defense form, and now we're on the final form, which is the Deoxys Speed Form. 100% is going to be it maxes out at 2870. Now we're going to talk about the 100% and all that in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. Attack is 230, defense is 218, stamina is 137. So Deoxys, as like the other forms, is going to be pure psychic type. So weaknesses is going to be just like all the forms: weak to bug, dark, and ghost, and resisting, fighting, and psychic. So my thoughts on the stats in general: the stats is actually not that bad. It's actually pretty decently balanced. Although it does have the unfortunate pleasure of having the low stamina of 137, so that's kind of sucky on it, and it doesn't stop there. The moves that it has is, let's be honest. The moves it has is kind of awful. Let's be honest. Like, the only way I feel like Deoxys will actually become a little bit better is if Niantic actually makes the cooldown for that move Psycho Boost a little bit better, but even so, I still don't think it's gonna be enough. But let's take a look at the moves anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the moves here. So these are the current moves it gets. It gets Charge Beam and Zen Headbutt for the quick moves, and then charge moves it gets Thunderbolt, Swift, and Psycho Boost. Now, if you want to be creative and you want to add a creative unique electric attacker on the team, Deoxys Speed could be okay for that, but aside from that, it's just not really good at all, honestly. Like I mentioned, like I mentioned before, Psycho Boost is super terrible because it has a super low cooldown. Swift is also pretty bad. Personally, I feel like you could just run Charge Beam Thunder. I feel like just running Zen Headbutt Thunderbolt, to be honest. If I really want to be that guy, I could see myself maybe using this form as a electric attacker, but that's pretty much it. Like, if I type in Psycho Boost, I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you Psycho Boost, and we're gonna take a look at the move in general. So, Psycho Boost is a psychic type move that deals 70 damage. It's a 2-bar move that does 70 damage, and it has a 4-second cooldown, which is so terrible because it basically leaves you wide open for a charge. It's like you get it off, and then all of a sudden it leaves you wide open. So, like, let's say if you try to go for the Psycho Boost, and then the Ray Boss hits you with a charge move that actually can take you out. Your Psycho Boost is not going to go through because the 4-second cooldown is what's going to hurt it pretty roughly, honestly. So that's the only thing I feel like that hurts this Pokemon, and it really sucks too because all of the Deoxys forms have really awesome stuff, like awesome looks. Honestly, they have really good what's the word? I'm trying to remember what the word is, but you guys know it, like design. There you go, perfect design. It's just that the moves it has is just terrible. But for me, I think this one might be a decent as a unique electric attacker. Like, if I had to choose which form I would probably power up just to use for fun for an electric attacker, this will probably be the one. Only because it does have a decent attack and it does have a decent attack of 230, which is okay. Defense is 218, but aside from that, the stamina is pretty low. Its move pool is pretty bad. It even recommend excuse me. It even recommends Zap Cannon, but Zap Cannon is Legacy apparently. So you pretty much can get Zen Headbutt Thunderbolt, so which kind of sucks. Let's go back to the moves real quick so we can take a look at the idea of the movesets here. So Zen Headbutt, Zap Cannon, DPS, Zen Headbutt Thunderbolt. Actually, Zen Headbutt Thunderbolt actually looks to be doing some decent damage actually. So I might actually mess around with Deoxys. I might just run Zen. I think we might as well just run Zen Headbutt Thunderbolt, really, if you want to be that guy just to use it. I mean, this will actually be pretty good. Like, for example, if Poliwrath was to come back, this will actually not be this actually wouldn't be that bad. But other than that, that's pretty much it. It's not that great as a psychic attacker, because Psycho Boost is move pool is just terrible. Like Psycho Boost is second, like the cooldown is just that bad. Like otherwise, if the cooldown wasn't that so slow, it would actually be really good. But and not to mention, this is the speed form, but in Pokemon Go, speed is not calculated. It's only calculated by attack, defense, and stamina. So basically, the speed part of it is just really irrelevant, which kind of sucks. But all in all, it's a new Dex filler. It's a new Pokemon to add to the collection. So it is what it is. So now we're gonna go ahead and take a look at a raid guide, and we're gonna see how we're gonna take this one down. So with that, let's hop onto the raid guide, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, you guys, so here we are on the raid guide for Deoxys speed form. This is going to be, again, the final form of Deoxys. And then I think after this is going to be the end of Deoxys in the EX raids. We could potentially see Niantic actually bring Deoxys back to regular raids, kind of like how they did Mewtwo last year. So, maybe we might see that, who knows. But anyways, let's go into this Pokemon here. So, again, the stats. Max CP is 2879 for 100%. Attack 230, defense 218, and stamina 137. So this form of Deoxys is actually going to be a bit more easier to take down. So definitely keep that in mind. So it has a raid boss CP of 45,802. And the 100% for a non-boosted Deoxys speed form is going to be 1645, which is pretty cool, and that's with no weather boost. And then with windy weather, you're going to be looking for 2056, which is interesting because that would actually be the 100% for a non-boosted Lugia if Lugia was in raids. But Lugia obviously is not in raids, but it's just cool to see. So with windy weather, you're looking for 2056. With no weather boost, you're looking for 1645 for the 100% IV for your speed form Deoxys. So, speed form Deoxys can be dueled in foggy weather with Gengar, but I think the idea is you want to use at least Gengar with fog, and then maybe if you have, as long as Deoxys doesn't have Psycho Boost, you should be okay. But even with that, you could probably still get away with dodging some. And it's not going to be as tanky as the defense form. The defense form was super weak on damage, but it was super tanky. But this form is going to be hitting a lot harder than the defense form in general. So do keep that in mind. So the safest amount. So definitely 4 to 8 high level players is going to be more than enough to take it out. So now let's go go talk about counters. So before we go into that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the moves one more time so you guys get an idea. So right here, we are looking at Charge Beam and Zen Heppa for the quick moves, Psycho Boost, Thunderbolt, and Swift for the charge moves. So worst case scenario, if you try to go for a trio, you have to watch out for Zen Heppa and Psycho Boost if you're going for a speed trio. Otherwise, the safest counter, we're going to talk about that, is going to be the case here. So we're going to go ahead. And now scroll back up over here and take a look at the counter. So again, Deoxys speed form is weak to Bug, Dark, and Ghost. So we're going to take advantage of all those typings. So coming in at number 1, looking at the 2 supreme counters right here, we got Giratina Origin form with Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, which is going to be doing so well against Deoxys speed form. And especially if Deoxys speed form has Thunderbolt, then Giratina will be able to survive against that one because it is part Dragon. So this is going to be that's going to be useful. If Deoxys speed has Thunderbolt, Giratina will do pretty well against that for sure. T-Tar with Bite Crunch is actually going to be literally it's going to be outclassed by a lot of Pokemon that's going to do more damage than it. But what makes Tyranitar good is that it actually does have a lot more bulk. So, excuse me. It's going to have more bulk, the most bulk out of all the counters here. Well, aside from Giratina. Giratina is just going to be the best in general. So, that's going to always be useful for sure. But aside from that, it's still going to be able to put it to survive the fight. So, that'll be good for that case there. Next up, we're going to have is the king of the best counter against Deoxys in general, Gengar with Shadow Claw / Lick alongside Shadow Ball. If you don't have any of those two moves, you can also go with Sucker Punch Shadow Ball or Hex Shadow Ball. Those will do just fine, just not going to be as great as Shadow Claw and Lick, but it'll still do pretty well. Gengar definitely does the most damage against Deoxys. Just have to be careful because it is a glass cannon, so do keep that in mind. Best case scenario, you'll be facing Charge Beam Swift. Gengar will definitely survive pretty well, especially if it's Swift. Gengar will take very little damage from the Swift. So if you guys have seen the videos that I did versus Azelf, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So next up we have Mewtwo with Psycho Cut Shadow Ball, which is actually going to perform really well against Deoxys speed form as well, because unlike Gengar, Mewtwo resists the Psycho Boost being Park Psychic and is able to hit Deoxys speed super effectively with that Shadow Ball. So it's really fantastic there. So do keep that in mind. Next up we're going to have is Weavile with Feint Attack Foul Play, which is also going to perform really well against Speed Form Deoxys. It takes 50% less damage from the Psycho Boost being Dark type, just like Tyranitar. However, Weavile is a little bit of a glass cannon, so just like Gengar, so do keep that in mind. So, yep. And then we have Honchkrow with Snarl and Dark Pulse, another great counter against Deoxys Speed Form, but it's going to have to watch out for Thunderbolt. If it has Thunderbolt, then you're going to be taking super effective damage, so do keep that in mind. But aside from that, if Deoxys Speed has Psycho Boost, Honchkrow will perform really well for sure. So, and again, you have Honchkrow is going to be a glass cannon, just like Weavile and Tyranitar. So do keep that in mind if you use Honchkrow there. And then other viable counters you can use, you have Miss Magius with Sucker Punch Shadow Ball coming through. Going to be able to survive really do well against Swift Deoxys. Then we have Banette with Shadow Claw Shadow Ball, Scizor with Fury Cutter X Scissor. Then we have Raikou making an appearance here with Thunder Shock and Shadow Ball. Raikou is actually not a bad choice either, because Raikou resists the Thunderbolt and can actually do some pretty well dodge with Raikou, with Thunder Shock going so fast, and hit Deoxys super effectively. So Raikou's not a bad choice either for sure. Then we have Houndoom with Snarl Foul Play, Absol with Snarl Dark Pulse, Pinsir with Bug Bite and X Scissor, and then finally we have Shiftry with Feint Attack and Foul Play. So majorly you're definitely going to want to use the mainly you want to use Dark types against Deoxys Speed Form. Here's actually a little bit of a graphic chart here of how it looks, and the best top 6 counters works out versus this form of Deoxys. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you have the top 6 counters, which is going to be Giratina with Shadow Claw Shadow Ball, Gengar with Lick Shadow Ball, Weavile with Feint Attack Foul Play, Tyranitar with Bite Crunch, Mewtwo with Psycho Cut Shadow Ball, and then finally we have Pinsir with Bug Bite X Scissor. So pretty excited for this. This is going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. This is the time to win for all the Pokemon here, so that's pretty good to see. So looking forward to doing the Deoxys. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do a trio on this guy. Hopefully I can find some people that can help me. I know my boy's gonna definitely help me. I just gotta find a third person that can give me a hand with this raid. But other than that, I'm really excited for this raid, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Good luck to everybody who has the EX raid for tomorrow. I unfortunately don't have the EX raid for tomorrow. Mine's gonna be for next Tuesday. So, but I can be patient because this will give me time to actually get my more Pokemon ready by then. So either way, I actually like this form a lot. I might use this as a unique attacker. Other than that, it's not really that great, but I might still use it because it actually looks pretty cool. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. I'm going to try my best to bring you guys some more raids coming up pretty soon. I actually have a pretty cool one coming up tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.